He gets on the bomb, Flash comes out, he's gonna slide out though, finding a kill! There he switches over to the pistol for a second, he's looking for a third and all!
What up, guys? This is Jordan Gilbert.
We work with the world's top pros to teach you how to take your game to the next level with constantly updated training content. When you're done watching and want to train or warm up, just a few clicks will put you in your preferred training mods like Deathmatch. But why warm up for a match on Mirage by getting shot in the back on Dust 2? That's why we built Duels, real fights and real maps. 1 minute in Duels is like 20 rounds of real CS. Exclusively available on Boomio.com.
Athletes aren't just born, they're molded from the core. A core of strength, a core of laser focus, a core that can handle anything, a core that sweats the small stuff, a core that's the difference maker, game changer, world shocker. You see, hard work makes the athlete, but the edge of a Core i7 processor makes you unstoppable.
Grab your gear and let's go.
With the Strafe Esports app, follow your favorite teams and players, and you'll never miss a match again. Strafe, everything esports. Download now on iOS and Android.
Oh, crap.
And you'll never miss a match again. Strafe, everything esports. Download now on iOS and Android.
Exclusive black equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes.
What if there was a DreamHack PC? What if we told you there is? This is the DreamHack PC, built with the best components on the market, optimized for a flawless esports experience. Just add games.
until I was told everything about you. And though I tried to hide, my smile gets wider every day. But now I can't deny the white of your eyes. It got me feeling the strain of how I couldn't speak every time I heard your name. And it was like staring at the sun. Every time I tried to take you home. I know you think it's funny, I still find it kinda strange. But that you said you'd always felt the same. But now lady gave her heart away in the hope that I'd keep it safe. But I didn't know. Whoa, whoa. And at the time those flashing lights meant I couldn't see clearly. Your eyes were locked on mine, meant I couldn't steal away. Well, and I can't deny those words implied it was never gonna be the same. But I still melt inside every time you say my name. And it was like staring at the sun. Whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh. Every time I tried to take you home. I know you think it's funny, I still find it kinda strange. But that you said you'd always felt the same. But now lady gave her heart away in the hope that I'd keep it safe. But I didn't know. Whoa, whoa. And everything I ever knew before, I just turned around straight out the back door. So why those others that ever go lovers?
DreamHack Astro Open is brought to you by Astro, Monster Energy, Corsair, Zowie, and Intel.
It is time for the Swedes to take the Swedish stage here in Jönköping. Again, Fnatic will be taking to the stage in front of the home crowd. It is DreamHack, to be more specific, and it's one of the state team, but the Swedish Counter-Strike scene. They now play against their North American adversaries. Cloud9 here for both 100,000 and that beautiful trophy. Lots of pride on the line as well. Hi, I'm your host, Machine. Not particularly mechanical, as you can tell. Keep forgetting it's the DreamHack Astro Open. Astro Open. And I do think they missed a trick with the entry, the opener segment. Why didn't they put the monster logo in the monster tunnel of overpass? That would be badass. Halvor van der Gullestol and Jacob Pimp Vineker joining us. I'm getting better every time. Come on, Halvor. Come on, they missed the trick there, right?
I give credit where credit is due.
You could have put Intel in the radio in Nuke, because it's getting Intel.
Yeah.
Monster in Monster Tunnel.
Okay. Where'd you put Zowie?
Well, we've got Zowie. Is like a PC setup?
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Control room nuke.
Control room nuke. And Monster Energy. Corsair. Corsair. Power. Or a boat. Or like, they do peripherals as well. Maybe we'll work it out. Yeah, anyway, there's a little live brainstorming session for sponsors, and an extra shout out to them for making this happen. But let's talk about the game. Fnatic Cloud9 is about to go down, and we'll start then with you, Halvor, to highlight why these two teams meeting in their current form could prove to be an explosive start to our first day.
Well, it could be explosive for many reasons. One of them, one of the conditions that need to
be met,
to be met to come into play for this to actually be an explosive matchup is Cloud9 needs to have one of their up days, not one of their down days, because they've been wildly inconsistent for quite some time now. We've seen very good performances on one day, and then day two end up kind of getting trounced and going back to their more primitive ways and just playing very individually, not really doing a whole lot as a team, which is obviously not going to fly versus a team like Fnatic. But Fnatic on their end as well, they've had several issues. They started to mount a bit of a...
They're on the way.
Yeah, they started to have a bit of a rise in form towards the later stages of Pro League. They started off Pro League pretty well. Obviously, ended up going out in the group stage in the tiebreakers. But still, there was promise. I would say much more so form than what we've seen in the past as well, because they had a really rough start to this reunited lineup.
They have shown promise. In fact, actually, Parla promised me that we'd get a pre-game interview. So let's go ahead and see if he's ready on the stage.
Olaf, we're live. Calm down, all right? We're live right now. Alex has just thrown it to me. Ladies and gentlemen in the crowd, I have a very special treat for all of you right now. Please put your hands together for Jordan, Nothing, Gilbert, and Olaf Meister Gustafsson. Kaiber, sorry. Very simple. We're going to keep it short and sweet. Is there anything you would like to say to each other right now?
I don't have anything to say to him.
Not worth your time?
Yeah, he is, but...
And Jordan, what about you?
Insert shit talk here. That's about it, you know. I can't say much to Olaf except we want to beat him, just like everyone else. So sorry I didn't bring the heat. But I love the Swedish crowd here, so let's all make some noise for both teams and let's get it fucking going, baby!
There we go.
Oh, family show.
There we go, guys. Please head to your booth. Thank you, crowd. Do not go anywhere. Alex, back to you guys on the desk.
Oh, Parla. He's keeping it short but sweet, just like Nothing. Love it. He is a cutie. He is. He knows how to get the crowd riled up. He's also got the Viking beard at the moment.
That's true.
Yeah, pandering to the Vikings in the crowd.
As you should.
Yeah. You've got two Vikings here as well.
Yeah, but anyway, I think if you're Jordan, you kind of have to go that route. You have to penetrate the crowd if you're going to get any sort of support, right?
Hey, he's going up against previously known as the world's best player. He's from the very nation we're competing within. Maybe a degree of crowd bias.
Yeah. Slight.
Minor. Let's kind of return to the discussion, because you were talking about Fnatic's rise and fall. On the upswing, is it safe to kind of put them in that category now, Pim? Like they've proven that they are stabilizing to an extent after the godsend Fnatic.
Yeah, I'd say so. They to me came off very disappointing, I'd say. Like I think we all had high expectations for reforming this Fnatic lineup, getting back together, all of them. You know, it didn't turn out that well, I'd say. But I watched Pro League as well, and it looked promising. Like they were, I'd say, unlucky in certain ways. Losing the tiebreaker, but it looked promising for sure. But still not to the level where I'd say like this is what I expected before this. You know, I expect Fnatic to be a top 5 team, top 4 team at all times, and not only like a top 10 team, which they are right now.
I mean, let's go for a little adventure as to why that is. When they were the best team in the world, undoubtedly, of course, with one difference, of course, Dennis never amongst their roster when they found the most success, but the majority of their roster, the discussion is always they got away with it because they were just 4, if not 5, the best players in the world. Is that the sentiment that you share? Do you believe that is the case, that they were the best individuals put together in a mix and shooting people?
That was somehow the case, but not really. Like
there's more to it.
Yeah, there's more to it, way more to it. They had confidence, like they had like this belief that they could lose. First of all, and that's important for a championship team. If you want to become like a championship team for a longer period, you can win an event, but then you go to the next event and then you might lose. Then you don't have like that like mentality. But Fnatic were winning and winning and winning, and at some point like you just stop thinking we can't lose, you know. Which is also why it hurt them so much when they started to lose, I think. That, and they had Olaf Meister in a shape that we haven't seen him for. Is it a year now? I think it's been a while.
But yeah,
it's been a while, you know.
Injuries he was a bitch.
Yeah, they really are.
And he was like the best player in the world at the time. You know, Cold Zero couldn't match him. Nobody could match him. Probably like the best player of all time in that current form, I'd say.
My favorite quote from Olaf, he does say it a couple of times, it's just, I'm not the best player in the world, but there's just no one better than me.
Yeah.
It's just like, fire, pure fire.
Got confidence.
At least he, on our screens.
At least he has confidence, and I think, you know, when we go back or have a look back at Fnatic's dominance and when they were really shining, you know, just like Crimson's teeth right there, you know, in all its glory, it was also, you know, the meta was very, very favorable towards them. It was a very different brand of Counter-Strike that was being played at that point in time, which favors obviously very individually skilled players like that Fnatic team was.
Can you briefly touch on how the meta has shifted? Where are we at now then?
Well, now we're getting more and more towards where structure is reigning supreme more so than in the past. And I think, you know, the Fnatic players have said so themselves that they actually needed to implement more and more strategy to their playstyle if they wanted to be successful. And for a lot of the teams that have had success in the past, if you look at teams like Envious or this Fnatic lineup, they came to that realization a bit too late. So that's why you saw the reigns kind of end, not necessarily abruptly, but end you know, they didn't actually, you know, just dip underwater and then come back up to the surface. They kind of stayed away. Yeah, they had a bit of an accident, to put it that way, and stayed away from the very top for a bit of a while.
Yeah. Talking about being underwater, Liquid Pimp with us for a while. Yeah. 5 out of 7, not my best. But I mean, they are no longer the Olaf Meister bursts into a site and the bomb goes down. They are, in my mind, looking for that more, like trying to fit themselves into the meta. Is that something that you can see in their gameplay? It's evident.
It feels like they're trying, you know, but then you can't stop thinking back to Fnatic when they were the best team in the world. Like when you had JW, you had like a player like Dennis as well. Like those guys just do whatever the F they want, you know, to put it out. As it is, you know, and it's like I don't see Fnatic being like a tactical heavy team. Like I think they have to find a balance, and I think they're trying to, and that's why we like look towards them and say they're promising right now.
But I think also that's why they've brought on Jumpy, because Jumpy, when he was playing, obviously he was not
like a Swede.
Jumpy. Yeah, his name is Jimmy as well. So in his day, so that's obviously like he's being brought in for his tactical prowess in that sense, and I think that's obviously like a sign of Fnatic realizing what their issue was and what they need to work on to actually regain that top title.
And on the right side of the stage.
Eu vou tentar botar aqui o Bida para vocês, porque muitas pessoas não vão conseguir entender nem um pouco do que os caras estão falando.
You can see the North Americans. It's Cloud9 that stand against them, and an argument as well as why Fnatic have fallen from grace is because everyone else